Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader, techtrader.com. It's Tuesday, April the 2nd. These are the charts of the day. Kind of a mixed market today. Lots of stocks we followed did well, and some new ones came to the forefront. But one of our old babies, AUDC, which we were all over back in of July when it was trading in the 7-8 range, has made it all the way up to 15. It's more than doubled. You can see the stair-step moves it's had. And recently, consolidating in a coiling type pattern, broken out big time today, up $1.44, 10% on almost 700,000. That's a lot of buying for that stock. I think the stock makes it up to 17 on this move. It may extend it all the way up to 21 at some point. CRSP, inverse head and shoulder type formation after a long 5-wave decline. Broke out and consolidated and coiled, or should I say formed a wedge, and broke out of that wedge today with a pop of 245 or 7%. 800,000 traded, pretty decent buying for the stock. Let's see if we can get it up to resistance right up here in the 41.90 to 42 zone. Secondary target 46, and then mid-50s. CURLF, Curaleaf Holdings, marijuana play, broke out of a wedge today with a pop, jumping 83 cents or 9% on 1 million shares. Looks like maybe starting a new leg up. There is some resistance just above here at about the 11 range, but I think the stock may make it to the 12-13 zone. CVNA, Carvana, after consolidating for 3 weeks and following a huge run that took it from 30 to 60, now on its way again to perhaps higher levels. And for me, the next target has to be a retest of the old highs around 71, 72. CWBHF, another marijuana play, Charlotte's Web, broke out to new all-time high territory on record volume. This one may extend into the high 20s. Stay tuned, it's going to look good. It may look good going forward. Very strong surge, broken through key resistance to new all-time highs today. That's the key. No overhead resistance. EDAP exploded on monster volume of 4.6 million for that stock. But this stock has had a habit in the past of popping and dropping, and I don't know whether this is going to be a major breakout, although it's a breakaway gap out of an inverse head and shoulders type pattern, right-handed extended V, whatever you want to call it. My targets are now about 4 3/4 and then 6. Etsy popped out of a wedge today, although not a big one, $1.57 or 2.3%. But the volume picked up. It looks like it's going to extend to test the recent highs at 73.35, and if you get through that, we're looking at 83.85. Bitcoin came to the forefront, jumping 15%. The Grayscale Bitcoin Trust popped out of its base pattern. You can see the base has developed for about 4 months. Today's breakaway gap on volume is 6.1 million. Tells me this stock, and breakout above the spike from November, it tells me we may be headed towards at least the 6.5 range, perhaps as much as 7 3/4 on this move. ICAD popped out, pulled back, and then popped again today. It's not quite broken out yet, but keep an eye on this one for a move above 535, and then to take out 6. Then following that, the target's about 7 3/4, 8. INS, one of our top picks for the year, continues to do very well with volume surging in the last month. This stock was up 204 or 6% today. Looks to me like it's headed for the top of this channel, which at this point maybe we'll have to see if it comes all the way up there, but mid-40s is the target. JNCE, after inversing a head and shoulder inverse pattern, and broke out and flagged. Today it popped out of the flag. All we need to do now is take out 735 and you're headed to about 8.5, 9 zone. That's what it looks like to me. PGNX, I put a swing on it today because I believed it was about to break out, and it did, but it backed off. Pullback sometimes is a buying opportunity, we'll see. It closed at 491 up 13 cents, not a big move. Volume picked up a little bit. We need to get a follow through on this one. There's some resistance at 540, but I'm looking for a swing to 6.5. Riot popped big time with big volume, 10.7 million, but backed off quite substantially after breaking through a double top. It closed right on that breakout point. And now we need to see whether there's a follow through that can take out 515 and get up to 6 3/4 and 795 area. Sangamo. Major declining top line may have been broken with a massive gap and a volume of 22 million shares. It didn't close great, but sometimes when they pop from like 9.5 to 13.90, that much of a move, you'll get a pullback on profit taking. But let's see if it can get back above. But right now is minor resistance at about 12 3/4, and then take out 13.90 to move into the 15 range. SOLY with the new laser for removing tattoos is in play. You can see the run up for the last 4 sessions is taking it dramatically higher. We'll have to pull back low near 6.5. It's already run up to 970 and maybe due for a pullback consolidation, but momentum could take it to the 11-12 zone. TIGR, since the IPO, has been ramping, and today hit the top of the channel approximately. There may be some more upside eventually to 16.5, 17.5 zone. Keep an eye on today's low though. I don't want this thing below 1370. TLRA, one of our swing trades, doing great after the pop and pullback and wedge formed right in here. It broke out, pulled back and tested, formed a flag, and then broke out again today. Today was a nice 34-cent pop on 5% or nearly a million. OBV's looking good. I think the stock gets to 7.5 quickly, but it may make it up to 8.5, 9. UWT ramping as oil goes higher. This is now 20.35. Today was up 92 cents or almost 5%. At this point, a test of the November rally attempt high, which is 21, should be had as early as tomorrow. But I think the stock makes it to the top of the channel around 28, 8.5. Viking popped out of a base. 2 days ago, we put a swing on it. It backed off yesterday, came on again today, jumping 61 cents or 6.2% on 6 million. I like the way it's forming. I think the stock tests the 11.5, 12 zone, and then we're looking at 15 or better. Another biotech, Voyager, continues to ramp it. And looking really good here. I think the stock is probably going to make a run at the 24, 25 zone that it hit back in June of last year, at 24.20. And finally, Zyme, yet another biotech, popped dramatically up 108 or 20% on 4.2 million, looking right at that resistance zone. Should we get through here, this may run, and I mean 9-10 zone. Let's see what happens with that. That's it for this evening. Have a good one, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.